Okay, before we move on to the last example, let's look at this one just one last time. This one that had this negative 4 out front, we got rid of it by multiplying everything by negative 1. Now we just have a 4 outside, and you have to multiply the 4 times the negative 7 to get negative 28, and that's what forms our product that we have to find two factors for. And instead of putting those in the parentheses like we did on this example, right here and right here, those two factors, we use it to expand this middle term. So let me show you why that happens. Let me look at this final factored form of that equation. If I were to FOIL this thing out, first terms would be 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times 1 is plus 2x. Negative 7 times 2x is negative 14x. And negative 7 times 1 is negative 7. So if I look at this equation, it's the same as this one with the middle term expanded. It's just the two middle ones are in reverse order, but that doesn't matter. And it just kind of gives us an aid in order to factor that thing. So let's look at this next one, example 7. Remember, I got to put this thing in standard form, which just means that I want to make it equal to 0. And you want to put them in order, so the x squared term is first, and then the x term, and then the constant. So I have to subtract this x over here, so I have 2x squared minus x minus 7 equals 0. Okay, just like on the previous example, I got a 2 up front, so I'd have to use the AC method. So I multiply the 2 times the negative 7. My product is supposed to be negative 14. I have to add up to the middle term. The sum is negative 1. So you try to find what times what equals negative 14 adds up to negative 1, and that is impossible. This means that it can't be factored. Not factorable. If 1 is not factorable, then that means that you have to go back and use the quadratic formula. So to use the quadratic formula, you need to know what your a, your b, and your c are. A is the number in front of x squared, so it's a 2. And b is the number in front of x. Keep the sign with it, so it's negative 1. And the c is the last number, which is negative 7. So let's put them all into the formula. X is equal to the opposite of b. It's negative 1, so I'll make a positive 1. Plus or minus square root of b squared. Negative 1 squared is just 1. Minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is negative 7, all divided by 2a, so 2 times 2. Now let's just simplify this. Up top still 1 plus or minus under the square root. Let's do this product right here. I'd have negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 7 is negative 56. So 1 plus 56, positive 56, all over 4. And I just have to combine those two. 1 plus or minus square root 57, all divided by 4. You can leave your answer just like this. It's not going to simplify any prettier than that. But realize that this is really two answers. The two answers come from the plus or minus. The first one's 1 plus the square root 57 divided by 4. Or, now we take the minus, 1 minus square root 57 over 4. Whoops. Now don't forget to do your homework.